When are Liverpool going to win the Premier League title? How soon is it going to happen? Now look, before you comment, Jonathan, nothing is done yet. Liverpool still have to get over the line. It's not confirmed. I get it. I understand it. And you are correct. But lads, I think it's fair to say at this point of the season with a 13-point lead and 10 games to go, Liverpool will be Premier League champions in 2025. So let's go through it. First of all, let's have a look at that current Premier League table as we speak. In second place, Arsenal, 27 games played, 54 points. And Liverpool, as I have just previously mentioned, 28 games played, a 13-point lead, 67 points. So right now, mathematically, Liverpool need 7 wins to clinch the Premier League title. That is saying Arsenal win each and every one of their games up to that, which is highly unlikely. So today, I am going to predict all of Liverpool and Arsenal's remaining Premier League games, the run-in for the rest of the Premier League season, and in the process, let you know where and when I believe Liverpool will clinch that elusive 20th league title, and also how I think the top two is going to look come the end of the season. Let's get straight into it. First of all, let's predict Arsenal's. These are their remaining 11 fixtures. Obviously, they're on 54 points, as I have already mentioned. And first up is United away. And United have obviously not been very good this season. They're sitting in 14th as we speak. This game is sandwiched in between the away leg against PSV, the first leg of the Champions League last 16 for Arsenal. Who knows how that is going to go. That could make this game a little bit more difficult. Arsenal obviously will have to exert a lot of energy into both of those legs, but especially that away leg, you would believe. And look, you might be surprised by this, but I don't think you really should be. Manchester United upped their game for bigger sides. They always do. They did it against Liverpool this season at Anfield. They did it against Arsenal in the FA Cup. They seen past them with 10 men. And I believe United are going to win this game. I do. I just feel it. I think they have to end the season strong as well. So if anything, this is a bigger game for United right now than it is for Arsenal, who are pretty much guaranteed second. Anyway, so that's Arsenal staying on 54 points. Next up, on the 16th of March, we have Arsenal taking on Chelsea at the Emirates. Chelsea have been poor since the turn of the year. Look, they always have threats, especially going forward, but Arsenal always beat Chelsea, don't they? It feels like they always do, especially at the Emirates. So I'm going to give Arsenal the win here and say they move to 57 points. Then on the 1st of April, we have Arsenal taking on Fulham. Now, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Arsenal don't win this game. Fulham have plenty of threats in their own team. They're having a good season. They certainly have a good chance of some sort of European football next season, but I'm going to give Arsenal the benefit of the doubt here and say that they win this game, say that they edge it, and say they move on to 60 points. Then on the 5th of April, Arsenal away at Goodison Park against Everton. I'm going to be honest, I cannot for the life of me see Arsenal win this game. This will be one of the last games at Goodison Park. Obviously, this is the 5th of April, so there will be a couple of games after this, but I just think that place is an absolute fortress for the rest of the season. Everton will be bang up for that, and I could see them winning it, but I'm going to predict a draw and say Arsenal move on to 61 points. Then on the 12th of April at 5:30, Brentford at home for Arsenal. Brentford, like Chelsea, have plenty of threats going forward. They're not the best at the back. So this is another game in which I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal don't win. But at home, in which 99 times out of 100, they are pretty solid, to be fair to them, I'm going to say Arsenal win this, moving them on to 64 points. On the 20th of April, Ipswich away for Arsenal. I don't think we need to take too long over this game. Ipswich might even be relegated by then. Arsenal will win this game. Probably not comfortably because they literally can't score goals. but they'll beat Ipswich, absolutely. So they move on to 67 points. On the 26th of April, they have Crystal Palace at home. Crystal Palace are flying at the moment. Since, I believe, like the turn of the year, they've been really, really good. Defensively, really good, really solid. And going forward, good. They're taking a lot more of their chances. Mateta's absolutely on fire. This is a London derby. I wouldn't be surprised, again, if Arsenal do not win this game. But, again, just because it's at home, I think I'm going to edge Arsenal the win and say they move on to 70 points. Now, on the 3rd of May, Arsenal have their 4th last Premier League fixture of the season at home to Bournemouth. This potentially could be sandwiched in between the first and second leg of the Champions League semi-final if Arsenal make it. But let's be real, there's absolutely no chance of Arsenal making that semi-final. And this is going to be a tough game. Bournemouth, I believe, at this stage of the season, will still be fighting, potentially even for top 4, but some sort of European place. And yeah, I see goals in this one. I see a draw, so I'm going to say Arsenal move to 71 points. Then, the big one. These two teams coming up against each other at Anfield on the 10th of May, Liverpool at home to Arsenal. There's only one result that's going to happen here, and that's Liverpool win. Because Liverpool are a far better team. Anfield will be absolutely bouncing. And let's be real, I mean, Arsenal would be lucky to get anything out of this game. So I'm saying Arsenal stay on 71 points. Then the second last game of the season for Arsenal on the 18th of May, they have Newcastle at home. Will it be third time lucky? Newcastle have beaten Arsenal. Well, actually, this would be fourth time lucky because they beat them twice in the League Cup and once in the Premier League. I'm going to say it's going to be fourth time lucky, even though I'd nearly expect Newcastle to get something out of this game because at this stage it could be very close for top 4. It could be a huge game for them. I'm going to say Arsenal win and move them to 74 points. And then last game of the season, the 25th of May, Arsenal have Southampton away. We don't have to take too long over that. Southampton will be well relegated. By then, Arsenal will win that. So that would mean that Arsenal finish on 77 points, meaning Liverpool, who are currently on 67 points, only need 11 points to clinch the Premier League title out of the last 10 games. So let's get into predicting Liverpool's last 10 games. So here is Liverpool's last 10 Premier League games, of course on 67 points. Let's predict them. First up, Southampton at home on the 1st of March. We don't really need to take too much time on this at all. It doesn't matter if it's coming after a few days after the home leg against PSG in the last 16. Southampton, Liverpool will win this easy and move to 70 points. Nearly a month later, on the 2nd of April, Liverpool have Everton at home. It's time for revenge. Yes, sometimes there's difficult games at Goodison Park, or they can just get lucky like they did this season with a terrible ref. Liverpool are smashing Everton in this game and moving to 73 points. Then we have Fulham away on the 6th of April, which is really Liverpool's next tough upcoming game. Fulham have been very good this season, and obviously aided by a Robertson red card. They got a point at Anfield earlier on this season. And look, Fulham is a difficult place to go to, especially with how they've been playing recently. But I just believe Liverpool win that as well. I really do. Liverpool's record at Craven Cottage is quite good. Also, even in a terrible run of form last season, towards the end of the season, we still got the win. So I'm going to say Liverpool win that too and move to 76 points. On the 13th of April, Liverpool host West Ham. West Ham have been a little bit better since Graham Potter has came in. They have good players across their squad, but let's be real, they're not very good. So I'm saying Liverpool win that game as well and move to 79 points. Now you might be thinking that Liverpool have clinched the Premier League title there, but we actually haven't, because at this moment in time, Arsenal, I have predicted, would be on 64 points and Liverpool would be on 79 points with 6 games left in the season. On the 20th of April, Liverpool travel to the King Power Stadium to take on Leicester. And again, with how poor Leicester have been this season, it's a Liverpool win. Absolutely. 110%. And that would mean Liverpool would be on 82 points. And at that stage, Arsenal would be on 64 points with 5 games left of the season. And Liverpool would have clinched their 20th league title. But let's get on with the rest of the predictions. The 27th of April, in what I believe will be a party atmosphere at Anfield. Spurs at home. I'm going to say, look, we always beat Spurs, and it doesn't matter whether it's home or away, really. We'll win that and move on to 85 points. On the 3rd of May, it's Chelsea away. Now, I believe Liverpool will be in the Champions League semi-final, so this could be sandwiched in between those two legs, potentially even against Real Madrid. So I think with having won the league already, there could be a few players rested. I'm going to say a draw here and say that Liverpool move to 86 points. The 10th of May, as I went through already, Arsenal at home, definite win. You can put your house on it, simple as that. Liverpool move to 89 points. Now, I believe with Liverpool winning the title so early, as I've already mentioned, I believe Liverpool potentially still being in the Champions League. There will be a few players rested. There will be some rotation. And I think with that, it would be unfair for me to say that we won't lose one more game this season. So 18th of May, I'm going to be fair. Brighton, I think, will continue to be on a European charge of sorts. This late on in the season, I'm going to say Brighton win that game and Liverpool stay on 89 points. And finally, the last game of the season, the 25th of May, Liverpool at home to Crystal Palace. Liverpool win and finish on 92 points. So that is how I think the Premier League top 2 will look at the end of the season. In first place, champions, of course, Liverpool on 92 points. And in second place, 15 points for their back, Arsenal. So there are my predictions for the rest of the Premier League season for Liverpool and Arsenal. Liverpool winning the league away to Leicester on April the 20th and finishing the season on what would be an absolutely fantastic, glorious 92 points. Let me know in the comments. Do you think my predictions are crazy? Where do you think Liverpool will win the league? Where and when? Do you agree with my predictions? Do you disagree with my predictions? How close do you think it will be between Liverpool and Arsenal at the end of the season? I love all the feedback. I love all the support. If you have enjoyed the video, please drop it a like. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new. I really appreciate it. And look, to end off the video, I think it's just fair to say one thing really comes to mind. Arsenal fans, Mikel Arteta, the Arsenal players, get ready for that big, beautiful guard of honour at Anfield later on this season in May. Because it's fully deserved due to all your antics constantly throughout the season and well before that, really, and I'm sure they will continue. Stay humble, okay? Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon.